first thing that I'd like you to do is just do an image search for Global Entrepreneurship Week. And what you're looking for is this particular picture. And the assignment is just going to be, and it's more of a challenge, but I'd like you to duplicate this as best you can with just the knowledge that you have, or by going in and looking at tutorials, whatever you need to do. But you're just going to be copying this picture in any way that you can think of copying it. So it's going to take just some creativity on your part, and I'm going to show you a couple things that I haven't shown you yet. And so this is Illustrator, and I want to show you how to fill colors into spaces. And so for this, I'm going to go into my line tool and just simply make a bunch of lines like this. And all of these lines, I can fill in the spaces in between these lines as long as they have something around the entire thing. If I wanted to fill in this space right here or these right here, I wouldn't be able to do it unless I had this space completely closed in. So if you're trying to fill it in and it doesn't work, that might be why. You might have things that aren't touching. So when you really zoom in, you have to make sure that all your lines are touching. If there's even the tiniest little space in there between the lines, this isn't going to work filling in colors. So if you go to the Live Paint Bucket tool, actually I skipped one step. First you need to highlight the whole thing. So the whole thing is highlighted. Then I go to my Paint Bucket tool. It's called Live Paint Bucket. And I can then go in, and you see this whole thing lights up. I need to make sure I've got a fill color. I'm just going to go with a red or something, fill color, just to show you how to do this. And if I click anywhere in here, you see that it just fills it in with this red color. If I try to do it out here, it's just going to fill everything in, or actually not at all, nothing. But here I can do it, here I can do it. I can fill all these spaces in that have lines that go all the way around. That's how you fill in spaces in Illustrator. Now for Photoshop, I'm now in Photoshop, and Photoshop is a little bit different if you wanted to use this, because I don't care if you use Photoshop or Illustrator for this assignment, it's your choice. But I just wanted to show you how to do this first. Okay, so I'm going to do basically the same thing in Photoshop. I'm going to make lines. These are coming in a little more faint. Alright, so I've got the same general lines here. Now for Photoshop, there's a Paint Bucket tool, which is right here. And I can't use it though because in Photoshop you have all these separate layers. So I have to highlight all the layers. So I hold down my Shift key and I highlight all the layers at the same time. And then I go up to Layer and then Merge Layers. What this does is it makes all those layers one layer. And then I can go into my Paint Bucket tool, and then I can go in and start filling in those spaces. And again, on this one, if I go outside of one of these, it's going to fill in the whole thing. If you see it like that. And that's how you fill in spaces in both Illustrator and Photoshop. So it's your choice what you want to use to create the thing. And that is it.